Good morning to you, my friend. Welcome back to the Morning Minute Meditation. 1 Corinthians 15:58, Paul says that we are to be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. He also said, when putting on the armor of God, that we're to do so for to stand, standing and having our loins girded about with truth and having on the breastplate of righteousness and our feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. And having done all, he said, we are to stand. But we are not to stand with such rigidness and inflexibility as that we become useless and just simple statues. Many people are simple statues for the cause of Christ, but they are unuseful in the things of God because of their rigidness. And so we're taught not to be rigid. As a matter of fact, the Bible said that we're not to be stiff-necked and hard-hearted. The Bible said, he that being often reproved hardeneth his neck, he'll be suddenly destroyed, and that without remedy. The Bible also teaches us that we're not to be like the horse or the mule, whose mouth must be held in with bit and bridle. In other words, he said, don't be so stubborn that you have to be forced into doing what is right for the glory of God. And many people are that inflexible. In the early 1900s, Frank Lloyd Wright, who was a famed architect, just a tremendous mind of his day, was tasked with building one of the big buildings of the Imperial Hotel in Tokyo, Japan. Now, the problem was this was going to be a skyscraper type of building, and it was being built in a city known for its great earthquakes. And so Frank Lloyd Wright, in deciding how to build this structure that had to stand, had to make it stand with flexibility. And so he found that about 8 feet below the Earth's surface was a 40-foot structure of mud underneath the surface. And so he was tasked with removing the dirt and then somehow laying a foundation that would float on the mud. And he did it. Many years the structure was in building. And right about its completion, a 6.8 on the Richter scale earthquake hit the city of Japan. And the structure stood. There were a lot of people who laughed and jeered and made fun and mocked the fact that he would build it in such a way. But he built something that stood, but yet was flexible. Are you standing with rigidity or with flexibility? The bottom line is many Christians are useless to the cause of Christ because of their rigidity. I don't doubt their sincerity, but their rigidity keeps them from being flexible to be able to be all things to all men, so that by all means they may reach some with the gospel of Christ. We're not talking about compromise by no stretch of the imagination. But one cannot be so isolated in his rigidity and be inflexible when it comes to the community and therefore reaching people with the gospel. Hey, think on these things today and have a great day.